Guys, welcome back to another episode of Daily Blue Weekly. Gabe, what's going on, mate?
Not a whole much, mate. I'm happy to be back. We're filming a little bit, or recording a little bit later again. You've had a big day on the tools.
Yeah, same, mate. It's just this old news now. Fucking, yeah, it's getting me down, eh? It's fucking killing me.
The pod life needs to fucking kick in.
The pod life. How was you were away on the weekend, mate? How was it?
I went to Foster, mate. With
Foster's sick.
Bro, I actually hadn't been. It's a sick little coastal town, I guess. It's fucking small, but
yeah, it's nice though for a little country boy like you.
Oh, bro, when I got there, like I could feel the energy shift. It's like I forgot, like Tamworth's like a slow place, but like I got to Foster and I was like, you can feel how chill everyone is.
Nice little sea change.
Yeah, I'm like, I just want to sit down and do nothing.
Yeah, I get that when I go up the bay here. It's just a different pace of life.
100%.
Getting away from the hustle and bustle, clear your head.
Of the Steel City.
Yeah, it's getting crazy down here. What'd you get up to up there?
It was my misso's friend's birthday.
Oh, nice. So you just get a house up there?
Yeah, so they had like a family house up there. I actually ran into one of the great like potential fuck arounds. I had to meet her boyfriend, my misso's friend's boyfriend for the first time.
Oh, you don't know him?
I didn't.
Okay.
And surely everyone can relate. You're rocking into that circumstance, like, well, I just have to get along with this cunt.
Yeah,
I don't really have a choice.
It is make or break on those girls' weekends. If there's another dude there, you're like, this bloke. But if he's a good bloke, it's like you're gonna have a great time. But if he sucks,
and I wouldn't have brought it up if he sucks.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, Darcy, by chance, good on you, mate. I had a fucking good time.
I was hoping you'd be like, he fucking sucks.
I would have told you before.
He's a fucking loser. No, that's good. That is like, it is, you do have a nice bonding experience with other males on like a girls' weekend, and you're like, all right, there's one other dude here I can latch onto and talk about fucking sports and shit.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, yeah.
Please give me something to relate to this company.
That's good. That's good news.
But yeah, it was good. It was actually quite chill, to be honest. Watched a good movie while I was up there, but it's not not a crazy take, but it's a new one on Netflix. Who Cloned Tyrone? Recommend it if you haven't seen it. Jamie Foxx kills it. Hilarious.
Nice. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is the man.
Bro, so funny.
I'm a serial. I can't remember the last time I watched a movie from start to finish. Like as soon as I'm the same with like podcasts. Like if I've got food in my belly and I put a movie on, like 20 minutes. And I'm gone. Doesn't matter if I'm on the lounge or if I'm on the bed or if I'm fucking watching it on my phone. Like, out. Gone.
Well, look, I might have been inebriated. I've changed my way. So
abbreviated.
That might have helped, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Very good. That's a nice weekend. So what did you do? Friday, Saturday, home Sunday?
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, home Sunday. But it was fucking good. Got a new pair of sunnies, all that good stuff. I was gonna wear them. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking wear them inside.
Too much money. How's work been?
Work's been cruising, man. So like I'm still just doing my stuff here, like bit of editing and that. But had a good, pretty cruisy shift the other day. But I got reminded of something when I ducked in somewhere for smoko. Went to a shopping centre, do a quick little pit stop, drop the kids off.
Darren Britt.
Mate, next time you go into a shopping centre, take notice of which toilet's closer. The men's is always furthest away.
Which is... Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because this is something that's bothered me for a while, and you are 100% right. Every shopping centre, so I know I'm sort of painting a picture for the listeners here. If you're walking down the hallway to the toilets, you'll always go past women's disabled, then men's.
100%.
Which I feel is a mistake.
Ooh.
Because, well, I mean, like, just from like purely worst case scenario perspective, like, dudes walking, like you're walking past the women's toilet. Like if you're some kind of sicko, you're walking past the women's, you know what I mean? Like if you're like a peeping Tom style. I've always thought that. I'm like, why? Because it's kind of and a woman's just come out and like, she's probably just laid a big log or something. And the lady's come out like, and you're just like, oh, hey, how you going? Like, and or like vice versa. You're coming out of the dudes and walking past chicks going in. Put the dudes at the front.
No. I agree. Parents at the front. I think that's fair. Blokes, chicks. Or at least make it 50-50 throughout the centre.
Give the ladies their privacy. Or, if there's multiple toilets in the centre, rotate them. We should talk to centre management about this because it's honestly something. I'm so glad you said it.
Thank God. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's noticed this.
It probably is just us. There'll be no one listening that's like, yeah, you guys are right. They'll be like, I'm not. We've probably just lost a lot of listeners.
No, bro. No, the funny fucking thing about this is like if anyone gets a hold, it's like, oh, look, fucking men complaining about inequalities.
Yeah. Well, it's not inequality. It's an interesting observation. I think the ladies should have some privacy down the back of the hallway.
There's clearly thought into it, right? Because it's all of
everywhere.
Them. Yeah.
So it's deliberate.
It's like the boys can walk further.
If you're in centre management at any of the big shopping centres, reach out in the newsroom anonymously and let us know why that is.
Yeah. I think it's because we have big, strong legs.
We can walk further.
Boys have to do the lifting.
Hide our big turds down the back.
But after that discovery, mate, I had a pretty quiet week. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is, are you a Thank God You're Here fan? Or ever were you?
I remember Thank God You're Here and being on the telly. That's about as much as I'll say.
Well, you're missing out, mate. It's back and I love it.
Were Hamish and Andy on Thank God You're Here?
Hamish used to be a regular on Thank God You're Here for sure. But it's actually like I was worried that they would like wash it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when they redo stuff and it would be like all dumbed down and that. But there's still like really good jokes and stuff in
nice.
it. So I was happy with that.
Is it on Channel 10?
Yeah, and Channel 10's making a comeback, bro.
Dude, Channel 10 for me will always be 6 o'clock Simpsons.
Bro.
Yeah. 6 o'clock Simpsons and...
Catching the back end of the news. Neighbours
was Cheese TV on Channel 10? Nah.
Nah. It was Toasted TV when I was young.
Yeah. I'm not just saying... It was called Cheese TV. I'm not just saying that because...
No, I know.
Yeah, but no, 6 o'clock Simpsons, that's my childhood.
Bro, yeah. Catching the back end of the news. Me and my brother would race to the fucking lounge room, sit down, and you see all them run to the couch.
And a golden era of The Simpsons too, just... That's just nostalgic. I'm getting fucking nostalgic right now. It's nice.
Nostalgia is a weird feeling. I feel happy and sad talking about it.
It's honestly at the exact same time. You're happy. It's a happy memory.
Yeah.
But then I just realised I'm a 31-year-old scaffolder talking into a camera to no one.
About how much I miss The Simpsons.
About how much I miss my childhood. And I'm not getting younger. So that's nostalgia for you guys.
Be happy it happened, as they say. They got the Inspired Unemployed boys doing their Impractical Jokers on Channel 10 as well.
Big scalp. Those boys must be making so much coin.
100%. Come on the show, boys. Did you ever watch Impractical Jokers?
Nah.
No, you're missing out.
I'm not a big TV. I don't know what I do, I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV.
You're too busy, mate.
Busy doing what? I don't even fucking do anything. I didn't do anything on the weekend. I went and watched the boys play footy.
You still that injured, are you?
Yeah, well, I'm just getting the body right for the finals.
Of course.
We got Old Boys Day this weekend, and then I plan on going deep into the finals this year. So just making sure I was tip top. Mm-hmm. So I went and watched the boys play, had a feed with the old man, and had 2 schooners, and we were having a feed where the boys were having prezzo from footy, and I could see where it was going. I had 2 beers, and I said, Dad, let's go.
Oh, you finally behaved yourself.
Yeah, so I had a nice quiet weekend, went home and polished a...
Here we go.
Polished me cock. No, polished a full pack of double coat Tim Tams.
Oh, mate.
Hid them. Hid
them?
No, I hid the... Fuck, man, it's starting to turn into a problem, eh? So I dusted this pack in like...
Jockey's Anonymous.
Because, you know, like... anyone listening is probably not uncommon, but like if I have a weekend off the piss, I'm like, well, that's licensed to just eat what you want.
Yeah.
Like, I need a treat. Like if I'm not treating myself to grog, I'm having some battered goods and sugar.
Yeah, it's like you're having a weekend off the piss and your satisfaction comes from something.
I got to get it somewhere because life's not doing it for me.
100%.
I've got to get it from somewhere. I'm not blowing my brains out on the piss. I've got to have some kind of treat. So on the way home from dinner with Dad, I'm like, I'm going to Coles. I'm buying some cheap treats. So double coat Tim Tams, dusted the pack in like, fuck, bro. So 3 on the drive home. I tried to tell myself, I was like, just a bit of delayed gratification here, Blue. Just fucking wait till you get home. Hadn't even got out the car park. I'm into one of them already. I was like, that'll do me. Bang, got to the lights. Another one.
Yeah.
Coming up here. I live 2-minute drive from the shops. I did 3 of them on the drive home. And then I was like, got inside. I was like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah,
got me Ugg boots on, parked up on the bed, dusted this whole pack. Then looked at it and I was like, shit. So
what have I done?
Tried to hide the evidence. Put the pack of double coat, the empty pack of double coat tin cans in the we have a bin downstairs.
Went to the far away bin.
Fucking idiot. It's literally my missus uses that one more than the other one. So she's come home and she's like, "You eat a whole fucking pack." I was like, "Oh."
It is so funny that you went out of your way to hide them because you felt so guilty.
I was like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
No one can know about this. And then my missus found it, and then I told the podcast. So, but then, so just full food coma on Saturday. Sunday, just hit all the chores, fresh. Same thing. Why don't I do this more often?
Yep.
Week's been good. Lot of stress at work.
Lot of chalky.
That I'm dealing with. Full pack of peanut M&Ms today. Full pack. Same thing. Got one of the boys because I drive the truck and I can't get the get the truck into the shops. Like I can't. Like it's obviously a massive truck, so I'm like I eat my lunch and I'm like that's not doing it. So I got one of the boys to drive me to the shops. I'm like wait here. Full pack of peanut M&Ms, dusted the bag before we got back to site.
Oh, you know who you are?
I'm a mess.
You're Augustus Gloop.
I'm a mess. Yeah, I actually
from Willy Wonka.
I kind of look like him too. He's a pale blood nut with freckles too.
Is he?
That loves treats.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but that's how I'm remembering.
Anyway, you're the fat one from Willy Wonka.
I'm a fat mess. So there was a heavy treat session today. I'm going to say there's probably going to be one tomorrow. Currently looking at new rental properties too with my beautiful partner. So fingers crossed.
More about that next week.
More about that next week. But yeah, quiet weekend. Same thing, but just like life's just so easy when you don't annihilate yourself on the piss.
But God, it's good when you do
It's the best. I got Mad Mondays around the corner. That's the next one now. So stay tuned for that.
One more thing I want to run by before we jump into the news. I was a little bit crook coming back from Foster Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, I was a bit crook.
Grog sick or food
I think I was
or?
a bit like you. Like I think the other week you said you were like convinced you had COVID, but then you just woke up and you're like,
I've been eating bags of M&Ms and drinking.
Yeah.
Like it's not COVID. Your body just needs more.
Bruh, Vicks / Vapor Rub. It's God's nectar, bro. I'm convinced that could heal anything.
It's the shit.
If you got leprosy, rub that where your arm was, bang, arm would grow back.
Have you ever real intense one if you're really congested, like if you're sick, boiling water and a dish and a tablespoon of Vicks melted in the water. It's like it vaporizes it, and then you get a tea towel over the back of your head and you just breathe in the vapors. It'll blow your head off. You can't do it because it's hot and it's steamy and it's Vicks.
You sound like a junkie, bro.
Yeah, I mean...
Vicks junkie.
Yeah, it's the shit. Yeah, or you put it on your feet. You put it in socks and put it on your feet.
Oh, so I've chucked it on the feet. Apparently, that's a good way to get her, and it healed me, bro.
It's
so good. Sponsor the show, Vicks / Vapor.
I'd love to be a Vicks ambassador,
bro. It's so good.
Not that they need our help, but
no.
There was one more thing I wanted to tell you about too. That's right. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, mate.
So obviously, was it last week or the week before we got into wiping?
Yes.
We delved into the important topic of wiping
your shit.
Well, yeah, I've been sort of crucified for my strange, obscure wiping technique, back to front, as it were. So obviously, a lot of people reached out. Some people backing me up, some people tearing into me.
Bro, a lot of standers liberated.
Yeah.
I did not believe the amount of standers that there were.
So that's what it's led me. So I was having coffee with a close friend on Saturday. And as you do when you're in a cafe, you just start talking about how you wipe.
Obviously.
He'd listened to the pod and he said, well, I'm a stander. And I said, well, I've known you for a long time. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, but I've got something for you, Blue. Ooh. Take it to the pod. He's come up with a hybrid wipe. So this is... And like again, this might not be new to some listeners, but so it's a hybrid wipe where he will stand,
yes,
then he'll sit. So he goes, you hit different areas, and then then he finishes with a wet wipe. So he's going,
he's
standing wipe with a bit of paper. He's thorough,
yeah,
mate. He must have the cleanest anus ever.
Wet wipe, would that give you a bit of a sting?
Nah, he finishes with it. He reckons it's the best. He reckons it's unreal.
Yeah.
So he goes standing wipe, sitting wipe, and then finishes, I'm assuming standing again. I think standing is his preferred method.
Yeah.
Is his preferred stance, if you will. And he finishes with a wet wipe. So again, that might not be news to some people out here. But that was something else that got brought to my attention on the weekend, the hybrid wipe, which I was quite impressed.
I mean, he would have been fucked during COVID, like when you were struggling for toilet paper,
TP.
because he's going ham. He's going up, down, around, and I don't know if you're supposed to flush wet wipes, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why he stayed anonymous.
Yeah.
He's some serious
I hope you
blockages.
own your home, mate.
Yeah, he does. He's got a heavy plumbing bill. But Gabe, enough about wiping asses.
For the fucking 100th time on the pod.
That's all we talk. It's the shit. It's the poo podcast. Let's get into some news, some real news.
Let's do it.
All right, in national news this week, we're heading to the USA. Gabe, you know I love it when I see TikToks in the show notes. Kai Cenat riot. I've missed this one completely. Can you fill me in on what the fuck's going on here?
For those who don't know, Kai Cenat is the world's biggest streamer, Twitch, all those platforms where they live stream themselves, basically just going nuts.
Playing video games.
Well, bro, so the Kai Cenat and his crew, they live stream, like they had like a fireworks fucking like gun thing in their house, and they're just streaming the whole, like, bro, they're streaming everything these days. So he's pretty crazy. He's huge. If you're into streaming, you know who Kai Cenat is. He recently announced that he was going to be doing like a giveaway in New York, like a bunch of technology and shit. This TikTok we're about to witness, we'll describe it in better detail for you, but it's insane stuff.
Let's get into it.
Chaos broke out in New York City's Union Square
This is why I
Friday
need that.
after Twitch streamer Kai Cenat held a giveaway event. Cenat, who has over 15 million followers across social media platforms, said during a Wednesday Twitch stream that he would be hosting a huge giveaway Friday at 4 p.m. in Union Square.
What goes on from here on out, bro, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody for themselves. There's a war out there, man.
Crowds gathered and
Look
became
at that
unruly,
shit, bro.
blocking traffic, throwing debris, and clinging to moving cars. The NYPD took Cenat in custody in connection to the large crowds on Friday, according to a law enforcement source.
New York's insane, dude.
That's retarded. So he was giving shit out. What was he giving away? Like fucking phones and shit?
Yeah, phones,
Just-
PS5, shit like that.
And people obviously just lost the plot because he's got a massive following and fucking trashed the joint.
Bro, there was some more footage. Like, people obviously just took advantage of the situation just to go nuts.
Yeah.
But like people, like, I assume it was a random car because what I saw, I've seen it a couple of times. There was no inclination that it was someone else's car, cop car, whatever. People are just stomping in the fucking like windows.
Like start looting and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when the Black Lives Matter riots happened and like people would like, they weren't there. They were just there. As soon as there's a bit of pandemonium, they're just like, yeah, it's game time. Yeah. Fuck, that's crazy. It is just getting, like, again, I know I say it fucking every week. Like when I see streamers, TikTokers, like the carnage that happens and like the way these people earn a crust, like the fact that they can just sit in front of a camera and just live stream, and these guys are like multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
And they can get that kind of reaction because they're going to be in public and giving some stuff out and people just lose their minds. Like, I'm just like, can you...
You wouldn't want to be that famous, bro.
Well, I don't even think I would want to be that famous. Can you imagine being one of the cunts that reacts like that? Can you imagine being one of the people that's like, I don't know, like I love fucking Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
And if Joe Rogan was going to be at fucking... Civic Park in Newcastle, giving out iPhones, I mean, I'd go.
Yeah.
But if the security was like, hey, mate, back up, Joe's going now, I'd be like, fuck no, Joe. Like, these people just lose their mind. Like, it's fucking carnage.
Bro, yeah, YouTubers, streamers, they're fucking megastars now, bro.
Yeah, I know, but fuck. Like, the people
I
that
would
are...
obviously never, like, the fact that they're just breaking shit is...
Yeah,
like,
and just the people that, like, think they're... I don't know. I'm getting old, Gabe.
Yeah.
I don't get it at all.
But so I think Kai, like, maybe, like, I doubt he'll get charged properly, but, like...
Could be for inciting a riot.
That's what they're saying. He was inciting a riot, but, like, I don't know.
He didn't deliberately incite the riot,
He didn't encourage people to, like...
Smash shit up.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. It's just another one where it like literally, mate, bravo to you because you're so consistent. Every time there's a TikTok that goes in, I just go, what the fuck is going on?
But that's actually new. So I just found the most
it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's just like literally every time there's a TikTok thing, I'm just like, what?
Bro, I won't like get it up because I can't be fucked. But like Kai Cenat, there's another huge streamer called XQC, a bunch of them. They're on NBA contracts, bro. Like they're making more than NBA players
because they get paid by the streamers, eh? Like
yeah,
Twitch
so
and stuff.
There was Twitch, and then they had a big thing, and then all these other streaming platforms started like actually offering contracts to streamers to stream on their platforms, and the numbers are crazy.
It's nuts, eh? And it is like I do see like the e-games. Like I'm in a punters club, the boys punt on like esports and stuff. Yeah. But like the numbers, like the money and the numbers that the esports do, it's like it's. Because it's where like the money, it's the advertisers go there because there's so many eyeballs on it.
But because when you're not in it, like
nah, exactly,
you just forget it exists, bro.
Dude, you don't even know. And then when you see it, you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
This many people turn up to watch people play a game.
But like, if you're a part of that world and you're into it, then it's like it's the same with us and footy or whatever.
100%.
And we just think it's
esports
weird.
is way bigger than rugby league.
It's fucking comical how big it is. It dwarfs all like everything. It's nuts, and you can punt on it too, which is handy.
Betting companies reach out. In other news, the application formerly known as Twitter, now called X, which we didn't even really touch on, but I mean, I think everyone knows that that's happened.
Twitter changed its name to X. What a crap name change.
Yeah, I saw a thing that's like apparently Elon's first ever startup was called X, so he's just kind of had it in the back pocket since then.
You could have done better.
Boring and like I don't know how
it's not real cool.
No.
Not very cool.
But a certain individual who was on the platform Twitter somehow managed to land the username straight up just music. And he's
like at music.
Yeah, at music. And he's received an email from X and said, "Hello, the user handle associated with the account music will be affiliated with X Corp. Accordingly, your user handle will be changed to a new user handle. However, we appreciate your loyalty and want to minimize the inconvenience this may cause. At this time, we'll be changing your handle to musician. We have a list of additional handles that you can choose from below. Just respond to this message and we can assist you in making the change."
So they've offered him a heap of low. Like I remember when you would sign up for a Hotmail account and you would be like at Gabe Thomas and they'd be like, at Gabe Thomas is taken. Do you want at Gabe Thomas 11, 14, 76, 91? They've just given him a few options like that.
His options are music 123 and music lover. So it's weird to me because like a username on an app, like it's not a big deal. But the fact that they've kind of just ripped it from him, and considering how much business is on social media these days, bro, he could have sold that at.
Yeah. Well, that's the only thing I could kind of think of that's similar is when people buy domain names on the internet.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, like I know a couple of blokes that'll just like buy domain names like www.music.com and wait for someone to want it and then charge them fucking through the nose.
100%.
That's a thing.
People do it for a business, bro. Yeah, it's a side hustle.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I never knew that. And then, but I don't know, with this, like...
I feel like they should offer him money.
Yeah, but is he like... Well,
but it's their platform as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
They're not stealing.
And he hasn't paid anything for it. Like, he didn't buy that. He just thought of it. It's a fucking weird one, eh? And he's obviously devastated about it. His tweet said, 16 years ago, I created at music. We didn't create it. You just
wrote
when you made the account, you chose that name and have been running it ever since. Just now, Twitter just ripped it away. Super pissed.
I
mean, look, if Instagram reached out to me and said, mate, we're taking back Daily Blue News. Do you want to be Daily Blue
123
Daily Blue Weekly? I mean, I could think of another.
Yeah.
I'd be all right. Like, I'd be okay with it. But, I mean, obviously, at music isn't very stoked. Jeremy Vaught is the man's name.
Well, I've actually done this a few times. Like, I've just wanted to make my name, like, I've just for, like, I guess, to entertain myself, I've been like, I want to change my name to Gabe or Gabe Thomas or something like that. And see the people who have it and they haven't posted for like 11 years. I'm like,
give it to me.
Let me have it.
Give it to me.
Can I file a complaint?
Gabe, are you a Taylor Swift fan?
Little bit of a guilty pleasure.
Oh, one of your GBs.
Yeah, one of my GBs. Like not huge, but like when you give me little bit of like shake it off.
Yeah.
Like I'm shaking it off.
Yeah, she's hard not to get on board with Swiftie. Well, obviously she's touring. She's touring the States at the moment, but she's coming over here.
Yeah.
Obviously the scammers are rife with Swiftie tickets. A woman has spent $1,400 on seats to the Eras tour, and then StubHub told her that the tickets didn't exist. So the scammers are having a good old laugh.
Yeah.
$1,400. Fucking hell, would you spend $1,400?
No.
Fuck, that's crazy.
I wouldn't spend $1,400 on anyone unless I was rolling in it.
That's got to be front row.
You'd hope.
Yeah.
Fuck, I should have got it if that was in there. Because if that's just general admission, like, which it very well could be, because these tickets sell out fast.
Or it might just be like in a good spot. But yeah, so, I mean, this has made the news at businessinsider.com. I'm sure this shit's happening fucking a lot, especially with these massive ones. I did hear on the news today they were warning people with the Paul McCartney tickets for when they come on sale in Newcastle, because they went on sale today.
Yep.
When we're recording this, and they were telling people to be really careful, because they're like, the scammers just like when big things happen, because there's so much pandemonium and people just fucking lose their minds. They're just like, I'll pay anything. I need to get a ticket. They don't check, and then they're just like, you're paying $1,400 for like nothing.
Yeah, and like no one can help you because you didn't buy it through a site. No. You just gave this person your money.
You're a fucking idiot. Like, it's fucked.
Bro, the fucked part about this is I've half got stitched like this.
Yeah.
So I didn't plan on going to this festival. I can't remember what year it was, but I was like, I'll come up to the boys' place, but like I just want to go out to the festival with them. On the way up there, bloke I was with, he's like, oh, just come, bro. Like, my cousin can get you a ticket. Like, blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, we're going up there. Everyone's keen to go to the festival. And I finally get my arm twisted. I'm like, right, I'm fine. I'll get it. Get to the gate. Beauty. I've been sold a fucking dream.
Gone.
Yep.
One of the boys, literally exact same thing happened at Field Day. Fuck, probably going back like 7 or 8 years. And the fucking guy on the door, the mad cunt, went, this one's already been scanned. And my mate goes, brother, I just paid like $250 for it. And he goes, just go in. And he just let him in. Like, fucking thank Christ.
I worded my way in.
Yeah.
But I waited for fucking ages. I didn't get let in. I waited. I went to the door. Thankfully, being from Tamworth paid off. Her boyfriend lived in Tamworth and she got,
oh, really?
Yeah, but I only got in with an under 18 fucking band.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's crazy. Yeah, the scammers. Fucking, but it is just free for all, isn't it? Like, people paying. I know what it's like, mate. When I was in America earlier this year, I wanted to get tickets to Rogan.
Yep.
Rogan's Club, and they go on sale on like a Sunday at like 2 in the Arvo. And I was hovering. I've never really done it before. I was hovering my phone, refreshing it, and as soon as I came on, I started getting anxious, and I was like, I got him.
Yeah.
But exact same thing. Like, that could have been a fake portal.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I was like, I just need these tickets. So I do kind of understand, like, the feeling.
Yeah, fear of missing out, FOMO.
Yeah. But these tickets the Rogan tickets like $40 American. These things like $1,400. Fuck, talking about expensive tickets. Have you seen how much the UFC Sydney tickets cost? Oh my God. I'll try and find something quickly. We can edit around this if it takes too long.
Yeah.
Because our punters club were talking about going. And I was sort of following it up. I was like, oh, boys, are we still a chance of going to the UFC in Sydney? And one of the boys sent a seating map with the prices. This is where the editing's going to happen because I can't find it.
Well, while you're searching, I'll say this. Hey, KO, your boys, Blue and Gabe, we'd love to come and promote the sport of UFC. I'm sure you stream on KO. We'll come through. We'll film some content. Maybe even we do a podcast. We do a commentary for you.
That would be so bad.
Yeah.
I know nothing. I know nothing about combat sports. The only time I ever watch combat sports are at the pub, and I don't really watch it. I just mean the boys just fucking talk shit.
Oh, 100%. And you have no idea what's going on. What about I think it's an old Rogan clip. Like, whoever he's doing commentary with, he's like, oh, white shorts, blah blah blah, black shorts, blah blah, and Rogan's just like, or black guy Jones, white guy Alex.
Classic Rogan.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't find this seating map spewing, but Yeah, Rogan's like, because he's part Italian and he's from Boston, so he just has some ingrained racism in him.
Is Rogan Italian?
I think he's like Italian heritage.
I don't think that's racist.
No, but he's got some like Boston. The guys in Boston are pretty racist. Like it's just like it's not racist, but it's just like casual kind of like casual racism.
Fair enough.
It is funny. It is a funny thing to say. I can't find that thing. That's just ruined everything now.
But expensive seats.
Expensive seats. Beware of scammers, and we'll just smoothly transition to the next story now.
Like a glove.
All right, Gabe. This story, without a doubt, got my dick very hard. Obviously, I've been eating an obscene amount of sugar lately. There's a pop-up shop in Times Square. Are you familiar with what Reese's Pieces are?
They're little peanut butter chockies.
They are a peanut butter and chocolate candy. You're correct. They're like almost like a little cup. They're called Reese's Pieces cups. There's a pop-up that's just come up in Times Square where you can build your own Reese's Pieces. So you can kind of fill it with whatever stuffings you want. But the difference is this thing, you can get one that's a pound, which is about 500 grams, about half a kilo, which sounds right up my alley at the moment. I reckon I could fucking launch headfirst into one of them. So it's like a pop-up in Times Square. There's like an M&M store and there's like an Oreo store. And
Yep.
There's this Reese's Pieces one that's popped up, and I'll see if we can find a photo of this bad boy. But yeah, it costs about $25, which I think is about, I don't know, $40 Australian at the moment.
So it's basically a cake at that point.
Yeah. It's fucking huge.
Stuff with whatever you want.
There's no photos of it spewing. We'll try and find one to pop on the pod. But yeah, just right up my alley at the moment. This is the kind of news I want to talk about. Fucking just big treats. I know there was some good discussion in the newsroom this week, Daily Blue Newsroom Facebook group. If you're not there, you're missing out. You're an idiot. Big discussion about treats this week. Talk to me. What's your favourite?
So we're going Chocky treats. I'm going Boost Bar, top of the list for me.
Does it fluctuate for you? Do you go through phases where you're like, I'm a Boost man now, I might be into maybe a crunchy, something with a bit of a filling, or are you die hard?
I don't think I would ever buy a crunchy.
Are you a die hard Boost man? Like all I'm saying, not crunchy specifically, but like,
I'm with you. I'm not a die hard. My top. We should do a Mount Rushmore, our top fives. Should have had this ready.
Oh, next week. Don't worry, I'll still be eating chocolate next week. Don't you worry. We can do that.
But Boost for me most times.
Boost is hovering around the top.
I am a simple man. I do go on Mars, and I also like a Twix.
Yeah, nice. So I'll just
see,
like
a little bit of crunch in there. You know
a
what I mean?
bit of biscuit, man. Yeah. I'm a fucking as you know. I just ate a whole block of fucking everything. Tim Tams, I love biscuit, but yeah, I'll go through phases where like sometimes I'll be in a dark chocky phase. Where I'm just
dark chocky, one of the underrated.
Oh, like a bit of old gold. Yeah. Fuck, man.
But then it's good for you too. Good for the brain, they say.
I think there's antioxidants in it. I think it's better than
other chocolates.
Yeah, they say red wine's good for you too, but you shouldn't like you don't need to drink a bottle every night. But yeah, but then like I'll go like dark chocky, but then sometimes I'll like Reese's, like I'll go through a Reese's phase where I need chocolate and peanut butter, and then it's like when I'm in that phase, then a Snickers is fucking very high on because there's peanuts and caramel.
See, peanuts is low tier food for me.
Oh, what peanuts and chocolate?
Peanuts in general, bro.
You're gonna do it again.
I'm gonna hear about. I know.
You're gonna do it again,
and I had to say it. I knew it was gonna get the people tee off of me, but I had to do it.
Do it again.
Reese's Pieces,
gonna be
Snickers. I'm
what
not
about
saying
peanut butter? What about peanut butter?
Give me Nutella. It's just a fucking shit Nutella. You're going to put nuts in a fucking spread. Get Nutella, bruh.
You're going to do it. This is the cheese thing again. This is it.
Are you telling me... Drop a comment. Nutella or peanut butter, which is better?
Yeah, when I was 6, I went for Nutella, but fucking I'm an adult, mate. I love peanut butter on toast. Maybe peanut butter and a bit of honey.
Off, mate.
That is so funny. Yeah, Nutella's obviously delicious, but like... Peanut butter is like a staple, mate. That's like tomato sauce. It's like fucking, you got to have peanut butter.
It's fine.
I
wouldn't even say it's fine.
You don't not like it?
No, like I would never choose to eat peanut butter. You know what's fucking gross about it? You know, it's probably traumatizing, bro.
I can't believe
my brother used to have peanut butter and cheese sandwiches.
Oh, well, we're fucking, are you kidding me right now?
Are you telling me that would taste good?
No. I'm saying we've figured out why you don't like peanut butter and cheese.
It's just trauma from my brother's sandwiches.
It's 100% you're repressing some childhood trauma.
I'm still angry at my brother.
Are you joking right now that your brother made peanut butter and cheese sandwiches?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a fact. Unless I've just conjured that up.
Reach out.
Swagger.
Swag, reach out, brother.
Hit the dial-ins. Tell me if I'm remembering that correct.
Get on the dial-ins, Buzz, because we could... I mean, this could...
It's therapy for both of us. You're coming out as a chalky addict.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. This is cathartic, this podcast. I'm getting some shit off our chest. So it is standing to reason, because that's a horrible combo.
Yeah.
But it is standing to reason that if you were exposed to that as a kid, you wouldn't have liked it. And now you've brought that into adult life. You got to admit, it's uncommon. You wouldn't be many people that have the same stance on cheese and peanut butter that you do.
Agreed. Yeah, I know I'm in the minority.
Yeah. So
I just think both of those foods are on such a pedestal when they don't deserve to be.
I don't know if they're on a pedestal,
cheese can't. You're telling me cheese isn't on a pedestal? So many people jack themselves over cheese. No, have you heard the fucking dial-ins?
Yeah, but they're at the other end of the spectrum. For the reasonable middle, they're just like a bit of cheese.
Nah, there's no reasonable middle.
No, there is. You're at the brother, no cheese end, and then there's these fucking, like that fucking dumb cunt who sent that bowl, that absolute disgrace of a feed in the newsroom. If you want to see a
disgusting fucking bowl of cheese sauce mix, what is it, Bluey?
I don't know, but like that's the other end of the spectrum.
Join the newsroom. There's something disgusting in there.
That's the other end, but the reasonable middle don't mind a bit of cheese and peanut butter at the appropriate time. But we can trace back your disdain for both. I feel, because if your brother, if what you're saying is true, and your brother was having cheese and peanut butter sandwiches, that's fucked. and it would also explain why you don't care much for either as an adult.
Yeah, and we did Blue back then too. So
I mean,
you might have unlocked something for me. Yeah, right.
I'm not. Hey, you did it yourself. You opened the door. I just showed you where it was. This is getting
therapy.
deep. We're getting deep here at Daily. You thought we were just coming here for the news, didn't you?
No, it's for us to.
This is for us.
To learn.
We do
ourselves.
Bring you the news, but we're also here on a journey of self-exploration as well. What the fuck story are we talking about then?
we were talking
peanut butter cups.
Yeah, and I'll roll this in here because I won't get the full story in.
I completely forgot what we were talking about.
I didn't put it in here because I thought it would be shit, but just since we're talking about peanuts properly, some chick on an airplane bought all the packets of peanuts because she was allergic.
Was this a story?
Yeah.
You should have put that in.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think of it.
That's selfish.
Yeah.
So what did she do? So I'm assuming... Yeah, because you can buy peanuts on the plane. She bought them all so no one could have any because she could die.
Yeah.
I mean, surely you can just request to the airline, can I be seated away from the peanuts?
You'd think so. But yeah, the top comment on it was like, yeah, as she should. They shouldn't fucking serve them. It's the most common allergy. To that I say grow up.
Is it?
It probably is.
What about... Yeah, I don't know. Grow up.
Yeah.
Get a few peanuts in here.
And no, I'm not allergic to peanuts.
That's natural selection. Staying in the treat world now, and Arnott's iconic Australian biscuit brand have been forced to come out and defend themselves amid claims that they are shrinking their bickies. Now, Gabe, a nice Arnott's mixed variety. Are you familiar with the Arnott's biscuits per se, the selection that they do, what your favourite Arnott's biscuit might be?
So you'd have to remind me of what they do specifically. So they do some shortbread, right?
They do a nice shortbread. The iconic ones, for me personally... Yeah, so that's the biscuit. It's called a Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, that's
the biscuit in question. Me personally...
And they're nostalgic.
Mate, you're talking like going to Nan's place.
Yes, it's always Nan's, bro.
Bro, and Arnott's are fucking awesome. Me personally, I'm a Kingston man. Kingston's are the little... They're almost like a...
Is it the white?
Nah, they've got the chocolate in between. They're the little round one with the chocolate in between. It's almost like it's somewhere between a shortbread and a gingerbread, the biscuit. It's the little one. So I'm a diehard Kingston man when it comes to the Arnott's biscuits. But the biscuit in question here is the Monte Carlo. A lady has posted on Twitter, filthy, absolutely fucking filthy. And we'll get this picture up if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're listening, she's got a pack of Monte Carlos, and the little pink bit in the middle is there's fuck all.
Yeah, so you got two bickies, and like the cream isn't even halfway to the outside of the biscuits.
It would be if you were to describe it, the circumference. So you've got the circumference of the biscuit. I'm going to put the pink filling at roughly half.
Yeah.
Now, it might not seem like a big deal, but when I show, so that's the full pack. They're pretty fucked, the whole pack.
Yeah.
This woman's just absolutely spat the dummy on Twitter.
Because when advertised,
well, look at so that was going to look that the advertising, mate. The filling goes to the just about the edge of the biscuit there.
Hey, to be fair, who's this news to?
I mean,
oh no, advertising looks fucking grouse.
It's not so much the advertising, mate, because like fair play, you know, it doesn't look hamburgers don't look like the fucking ones on the telly. But I'm on the ladies' side here. They call it there's a phenomenon going on that they refer to as shrinkflation.
Yeah.
So obviously
less for more.
Less for more.
Yeah.
And these fucking dog cunts. I fucking bothers me, mate, because I love my treats.
Oh, so this is hitting you this is more than anyone.
This is close to home for me, Gabes. Because I fucking love my treats and I don't like fucking good, honest people like me being forced to pay more money for less.
Yep.
Now, it's fucking dog shit. Arnott's have come out against these allegations and said, similar to baking at home, there can be slight variations with an acceptable range. Each pack is weighed and measured to ensure it meets the weight on the pack. Now, I'm calling bullshit on Arnott's there. Do you remember, and again, I know we sort of talked about this similarly last week when I was going to the reptile park, and there was a crocodile that I remembered, and then when I was young, it was fucking huge.
Eric, if I remember correctly.
Eric was the croc in question. Then I saw it when I was older, and I said, that croc's not that impressive, mate. Specifically thinking back to treats, Kit Kat Chunkies when they first hit the market, I remember, and I was a young man, I remember, mate, they used to be like a brick, mate. It was like fucking, and it was like chewing on a brick too. There was that much fucking chocolate and wafer. Fast forward, and I'm a jaded 31-year-old now, but
through the ringer.
But these a Kit Kat Chunky, my God, you got to have fucking two of them to touch the sides. Am I making, you know what I mean? I'm seeing this from the Arnott's biscuits. It's not imagined. The shit's getting smaller.
Oh, mate. The treat community will have your back here, undeniable.
I know my fellow treaters are feeling what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But this is fucking absurd.
One of the great shrinkflations is alongside with the treat world is like the cans of Coke. They started doing like the skinny cans and shit like that.
Fucking stick those up your ass.
Yep.
Who's having them?
I know.
I see them every day. They're in the fridges everywhere. They're thin. They're like a fucking seltzer can, but with softer. It's like, get yourself a nice 375.
Yep.
Treat yourself to 3. Or you know what? Like,
bro, you remember those little cans of Coke, bottles of Coke?
Yeah.
They didn't exist for ages. Those little bottles, and now that's the standard at a Porto.
It's crazy.
That's a regular meal. You're getting this little fucking thing.
It's crazy. What am I supposed to wash my fucking Prego burger down with? Water? No. Absolutely not.
I do fuck with a Porto.
A Porto's fucking silky.
So good.
I had what's you got? I'm a huge Prego man. I love the Prego sauce.
Nah, you just got to go
Bondi?
chili, lemon herb.
Straight up is that the Bondi? Straight up the guts?
Yeah. Bondi wrapper. I do the wrap.
Ooh. So when I'm busted, I go one of each. Obviously, I'm a glut, but I'll go double a Prego, double Bondi. Just one serve of chips because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Well, obviously,
and a nice water to wash it down.
If you're gonna get they used to call them Bondi bites, but I think they just call them like the chicken tenders now, whatever. Yes. Treat yourself to the lemon and herb sauce, bro. Yeah. So good.
Bondi, a Porto is one of the because they're big, so it's still a chain, but it's the quality going from say KFC or I mean I don't want to talk about McDonald's. I probably won't set foot in another McDonald's as long as I live.
Fair.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But the quality when you go from say a KFC or a Macca's to a Porto
100%
is markable.
Yeah.
And it's not even much more expensive. I don't think it's worthwhile. But again, Gabe, we're digressing again. We're getting sidetracked.
That's why the people come, mate.
Shrinkflation. I tell you what, if they start trying to shrinkflate do you know what? I reckon they fucking have too. If they start trying to shrinkflate the takeaways, I will take to the streets.
Oh, they definitely have,
mate.
bro.
Fucking
of course they have.
KFC Twisters come to mind immediately. Obviously, fucking Big Macs.
I don't know if you remember Go buckets used to be called snack boxes, and they were in a box before that bucket too. So they've put them in a little
dog can't say, and it's all just so they still get their fucking profit margin.
Corporate greed.
It's corporate fucking greed, and it turns my guts. And do you know something? That made me so happy? So not far from where I work, this is a good yarn. So there was a Subway, and there was this fucking grouse sandwich, and I'll plug it. It's called the Sandwich Pit.
Okay.
It's a fucking, it's a diehard. All the council workers go there. It's this one lady, and she's got one offsider, and they just pump out these mean sangers, right? And across the way was a Subway, and she sank that Subway because she was that good.
That is a great yarn.
Mate, this Subway is just this empty building now. And it's probably sad because it was probably a family trying to have a crack and open a Subway.
Yeah,
but
franchise, yeah.
It was the little guy winning. And I was like, and Subway's the same. They're shrinking their sub. Foot long my ass.
Yeah. No way, it's foot long.
Corporate greed, bro. Fucking makes you sick.
To our stomachs.
Literally. Because it's about food.
You get the good stuff here at Daily Bluey Weekly, ladies and gentlemen.
And in more bear-related news this week, a bear has escaped from its crate on a plane in Iraq. It was in Dubai. My mistake. That would never happen in Iraq.
No, of course not.
But yeah, so Iraq Airlines transporting bears for some reason, and one of the bears got out.
When you pitched this headline to me, I didn't even think that it was weird that they're fucking moving bears around.
They're shifting bears.
That should be the more fucking important part of this yarn. Where are they taking the bears?
The bear was going from Baghdad to Dubai. The only reason I can think of,
it was cocaine bear.
Well, no, Dubai's the fucking all the millionaires and billionaires hang out in Dubai. So I'm thinking it's a
pet bear.
Yeah, pet bear.
Pet bear.
Unfortunately, but it got out. That's pretty funny.
A spy bear.
Yeah.
Ninja bear.
Yeah, but it's sort of like, Mike Tyson used to have the tigers just around. It's someone's getting a bear flown into Dubai, but it got out. And then the Prime Minister of Iraq had to come out and like defend why they were smuggling this bear in the first place.
So did it get out in the plane?
It got out so it was in a container. And it got out at the airport. There's a clip circulating on social media. The plane's captain the plane's captain, I don't have the clip, but the plane's I'm just picturing because he had to go over the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Takeoff's going to be delayed for about 15, 20 minutes. We've got a bear on the runway.
Oi, they saw what was happening in China, and it's another little guy in a suit. Yeah, it's a little guy in a bear suit.
Yeah, so I will endeavour. We will endeavour every week here at Daily Blue Weekly to bring you treat news every week, and there will be bear-related stories every week. So that's your bear news for this week. One of them got out in Iraq and ran amok. In our final bit of international news this week, an Italian criminal who was on the run for 11 years got caught when he was celebrating his team winning the league. Gabe, now we've talked about this before. Are you much of a soccer fan?
Not really, but due to recent uptick in the soccer news regarding the Matildas, I've checked out some highlights, but we'll get into that in the sport.
Started getting behind it. So this fella, now we all know the Italians love their football. They're mad for it.
Absolutely.
This gentleman's name is Vincenzo Laporta.
Awesome.
He was one of Italy's top 100 fugitives. He was like a very dangerous man. He was on the run for 11 years.
So he's done all right.
They couldn't find him. Then his team, Napoli, won the Serie A, which is like the Italian Premier League. Napoli won it this year, and he decided to go out on the piss and celebrate. He was on the hideout in Greece.
Yep.
And they found him. So he'd been hiding out. No one had found him for 11 years. Napoli haven't won the league for like 30 years or something. Yeah. So obviously he went ape shit when they won.
Just went off his
and I think it was an off-duty copper or something recognised him at a bar and was like, fuck, that looks like that guy that's on the fucking hottest 100 of fugitives. and he was going berserk at a local bar and they caught him. And now he's banged up.
That is fucking funny. And that just shows how important sport is to the human race.
Yeah.
If you have something to believe in, something to get behind, particularly soccer in any of those European countries, it means the world to you. So, you know what? I don't know how long he's going away for, but fuck, it's probably worth it for him.
It would be. And the Italians, they're so red-blooded and passionate. It would probably
they'll respect him in prison. He's like, how'd you get caught? He's like, 100%. You won't fucking believe me.
And they would be like, would you trade your freedom for Napoli to win a title? He'd be like, every day of the week.
I fucking did.
I did it.
Yeah.
I was like, I needed to go out for a schooner. So fair play to Vincenzo. That's that story. I liked it.
Work, Vincenzo.
Respect. I hope he's listening to this in jail.
Hit the dial-ins, Vincenzo.
All right, guys, into Newcastle news this week, and full disclosure, couldn't find a lot worth talking about this week. Also, didn't look that hard either. So, apologies if there's a big story that we missed. Gabe and I, look, we can't be perfect every week. Sometimes you're just going to have to make do with what you get in Newy news. Something did come across my desk, though, in the newsroom this week, which I thought would be appropriate to have a bit of a yarn about. A fellow by the name of Adam Williams, shout out Adam Williams from the newsroom, tossed up the best Newy urban myths. Now, you're not from the great city of Newcastle, but I'm sure Tamworth has its equivalents. But the newsroom was sort of firing because when you're sort of growing up, you used to hear urban myths that you'd just be like, what the fuck? And then the older you get, you sort of look back at them and realize how fucking crazy they are.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to share a few with you.
So there was, I don't know if it's the one you're going to kick off with, but I had to scroll through this thread here too. And so obviously the one that I've been able to witness myself is Mayfield Jesus. If you haven't heard us talk about that in the previous podcast, go back to number one and listen through.
It is like because the guys like the Mayfield Jesus and who was I talking about the other week?
So this is... Oh, sorry. There might be another one, but I was going to say the one that caught my eye was Highway Tracy.
Highway Tracy.
Is that her name?
I believe Highway Wendy was also another one.
So I don't know them.
So and then these ones are like a weird where like fiction meets reality because you have these characters like the Mayfield Jesus, like Highway Wendy, who was a well-known prostitute, I believe.
There we go. That clears that up.
Who are like, but then people like make up their backstories,
which is I love that. I love that.
The Newcastle, like the famous Newcastle bum, which is like probably not the right way to say, but there's like a homeless dude that everyone knows in Newcastle. There's all sorts of stories about him that he was actually a millionaire and he just like living on the streets.
Yeah.
And, Mayfield Jesus, like I'm sure there's heaps of yarns about him, but yeah, there's some good ones. So one of the real famous ones and the one that kicked off this thread in the newsroom was a kid once jumped from Lambton Pool's top tower and hit the other side of the pool because it was too windy. And this was like... so
it blew him over.
So this was like when we were kids because you'd go to Lambton Pool and like the top tower was never open.
Oh.
And we were always like some fucking dickhead in your class would always be like, yeah, it's because this kid, or the other one was someone belly flopped off it and their stomach split open when they hit the pool and their guts came out.
That's great. It could have came from the parents as well. You know, you got told you weren't allowed to look at the telly, make your eyes square.
Yeah.
It's one of them jobs.
There's another one here. I knew a bloke who reckons he survived. He knew someone who jumped off Stockton Bridge and survived.
I know a bloke who'd say something fucking stupid like that.
I knew a bloke who reckons he worked with and used to pick up the Gateshead Gobbler and Fucker, which I believe is... I think that's Highway Wendy.
Okay.
I believe that's the same person.
Gateshead Gobbler, great title.
Yeah, the Gateshead Gobbler, Highway Wendy. Some people discussing if that's the same person or not. I believe so.
I liked it. I liked that these same characters had different aliases.
Yeah, for sure.
Much like Mayfield Jesus, some call him Mayfield Walker.
For sure, Slow Walker. Like they go by many names. There's also some good ones here. I won't delve into them because they're naming.
If you want to read them all, get into the newsroom.
They're naming actual people.
There's a link below for the newsroom on Spotify, on YouTube.
There's affairs and stuff getting tossed up, so I won't go. This is a really good one from Kepper, Dave Kepriotis. A bloke rode a motorbike through the back of the Old Beaches Hotel, down the front stairs, hit the throttle and went up Scenic Drive.
Sick.
There's another one too. There's a ghost on Lemon Tree Passage. So going up to the bay, apparently there was like if you drove really, really quickly, if you got to like 120, a car would appear in your rearview mirror and it was like a ghost car.
Bro, Tamworth had this exact same yarn.
Yeah.
I think it was called King George. Fucking hell, I've had a stroke there. King George Ave.
Yeah.
Exact same yarn. You'd go there at night, turn your lights off, and to be fair, like you'd have a crack at it and you'd shit yourself.
Yeah.
You'd never fucking last.
One of the great urban legends. But yeah, so that's all I've got for Newy news this week, guys. That's it.
Basically, join the newsroom is what we're saying. You got to plug this week.
That was a cheap plug for the newsroom, and apologies if I missed any stories. I have let the city of Newcastle down there. Completely my fault. I apologise. Join the newsroom.
Should we do some sport?
Yeah. What sport do we got? In sporting news this week, one of the most highly anticipated boxing matches ever took place on the weekend. Jake Paul fought former UFC fighter Nate Diaz. Jake Paul getting the win on points. Gabe, did you watch the fight?
I caught the highlights, mate. But obviously, like most people, I see what's posted on Instagram off the bat. And you'd be led to believe that Jake demolished him if you were just going off what was on Instagram. He did drop him, which was pretty sick. But today, with the news coming up, I thought I better see what's actually going on here. And I'm, again, complete boxing casual, complete fighting sport casual. I would give the win to Jake still, but it looked like a good fight. But fuck, Nate is just a stupid cunt, eh?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't think about this when I said it. Someone messaged me privately and saying, I reckon Bluey looks like a less beat up Nate Diaz.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I look like Nate Diaz if he didn't fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't resent it, but I don't see it. Yeah. I don't mind it. Nate
Too
Diaz
bad you can't
cool.
scrap like him.
Yeah, I can't fight at all. That's I don't know, the whole it's not. What's the end goal for these guys? Like Jake Paul's just obviously fighting.
I think Jake Paul genuinely has a big chip on his shoulder. Like, obviously they're rolling in cash and these things just generate money. Like Nate, again, he's way older than Jake, but people discredit Jake because he fights these has-beens or whatever. But it's like, dude, they're fighters.
They'd still punch the shit out of you or me.
They're fucking, of course so. Like, they'd fucking do.
Oh, but they still fight. Is he? Do you reckon he's a chance of ever getting like McGregor or something? Like, that's obviously what he's at. Do you reckon?
He was after McGregor. Like, he was calling for McGregor, and he still talks shit about McGregor at all costs.
Yeah.
And he could probably fucking take him in a boxing match, bro. Like, if you can take Diaz, if you can take McGregor, fucking got washed by Mayweather.
He didn't,
obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Fucking Mayweather was toying with that cunt when they fought, bro. Like, if he wanted to box and not entertain, he would just score him on points.
It's weird, eh? Like, they got so much money. I don't know why they do it. It's fucking nuts.
Everyone who's in, the game, they say, Jake, fair enough, you got a chip on your shoulder or whatever, but, bro, just keep making that money and fighting influencers because you're just going to bash him.
Yeah, he'll obviously hammer.
Because he lost to Fury.
Yes.
The young Fury.
Tommy Fury.
Yeah. But then there's another boxer, I think KSI is due to fight Tommy Fury.
Yeah, okay.
Coming soon.
Yeah, it's such a weird...
I like this shit. I know you probably don't.
Oh, I'm not even that big into combat sports. I just it's so weird. Like, they're YouTubers and then they fight. They're obviously they're getting the best training, the best nutrition. They're obviously going to get good at it.
Yeah.
You or I.
Of course.
If you had unlimited money and could go get fucking Canelo Alvarez and a trainer and a weights room and just do that for fucking 12 months, you're probably going to get handy at it. So, I don't know.
You know why I think they love it? And it's funny because I got a breath of fresh air, in terms of this myself recently. Being a YouTuber, being a content creator, you buy yourself, a lot. A lot of your work isn't very physically demanding. You're inside, blah, blah, blah.
And now they're doing something that's
physical,
the most physically demanding.
And they're getting that serotonin and you feel good after you do something like that.
Yeah.
And so that's probably their outlet in a way, escape from their mundane
and they get to prove, and they do get to prove themselves physically. Because they're just
camera
nerds, they're just pussy fucking YouTubers. But then they're like, no, I can fucking bash people too. Then there's that aspect of it too.
And Jake's had that because he was on Disney, exactly. Like Drake, man, like Drake. These Disney kids,
and now he's just destroying pussy.
Yeah, it's just the pair of them probably
top shelf pussy. Good on him. Yeah, I know. It's the world is just. It's getting stranger and stranger, isn't it?
But Jake Paul got the dub, knocked Diaz down. And Diaz is I don't know.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's lost some cells though.
He
choked Jake. Did you see?
Oh yeah, I saw
He choked him. That was the other funny thing that came out of it.
And he was he didn't think he was going to let him go.
Yeah.
In some sporting news on home soil this week, the Matildas are through the quarterfinals of the Women's World Cup. They knocked Denmark out 2-0. The other night, did you say they're playing against the French?
French in the quarterfinals.
I did hear on the radio today, actually, they said Albo tossed up, obviously, for some horny political brownie points, that it's going to be a public holiday if the Matildas win the World Cup. Whatever. Give me a public holiday.
Up the fucking Tillies and great marketing from Albo.
Yeah.
Give the fucking boys a public holiday.
They sound like they're a good chance of winning it.
Bro, so I don't watch a lot of women's sport, let alone soccer at all.
Why?
But I watched the show. It's just never televised, man. But you know what? I know. But a lot
the
of
NRLW is not a bad watch.
Bro, the chicks are getting better.
I
It's
bagged
probably
it.
because they are getting funding and shit.
Yeah, I bagged it for forever just because like it's fun to bag women's sports.
Yeah.
I watch the NRLW.
Yeah.
it's good. It's fun.
So, bro, check out the highlights of this when you get a chance. I didn't obviously just caught the highlights. Denmark look washed compared to us, bro. Like their shots looked shit, and our shots looked like good.
I think
like they look decent, bro.
I think women's soccer in Australia is like really well funded. A lot of the girls are full time playing in like good leagues in like England and like in Europe and stuff. So I think we're pretty strong compared to like a lot of countries. Like I think Jamaica had to do a GoFundMe to get over here for the World Cup. Whereas like a lot of our girls, probably the whole squad is full time.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of those girls are probably fucking,
I
don't know, making sandwiches. Nice.
Nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into.
That's what they do. I mean, Jamaican like great jerk meat sandwich, like lovely. Some nice jerky. But yeah, they genuinely looked good, bro. Like a couple of good shots. Like the skill looked way better. We probably, we were the victorious team, so obviously we looked better in the highlights. Yeah.
But it was fucking good. Have you seen the ad of like, I think it was a French chicks team. It was like they did an ad, right, for the women's soccer, and it was showing all their highlights, but they CGI'd the male players onto them. So the whole first half of the ad, you think you're watching the men's play, and then so obviously, subconscious bias is like, oh, this is mad, and then like halfway through, like the CGI goes away, and you realize you're watching the girls. Great marketing,
crafty marketing.
Yeah,
that's very good.
But give us a public holiday, Albo.
Yeah, public holiday would be sick. All right, guys, it's that time of the podcast where I eat some delicious food and tell you about how I enjoyed it. Get ready for this week's edition of Daily Blues Chews.
Guys, chew time. We have hit a place that I've never been before, but I've driven past it 1,000 times. We're on Maitland Road in Mayfield at a place called Mother Kitchen, M-U-T-H-A. They had this Bain Marie, the Bain Marie of doom, and just exotic delights of the likes of which I've never seen. Looking spicy wings, a beautiful little like veggie bake, and something that caught my attention that I could not go past was this lamb gyros.
Yeah.
I've never in my life seen a gyros in a Bain Marie. I've got to tell you, it made me horny. Let's stop fucking around. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah.
He's letting out the oohs, but no head shake.
This one's a tribute to all the fuckwits enjoying their European summer. Everyone that's in Greece and Santorini at the moment. A nice lamb gyros. There's a horny little secret sauce on there too. Very, very good. Yeah, so coming out the Bain Marie, I don't know how long it'd been sitting there, but I don't think it's been there all day. It is only fucking about 11 o'clock while I'm doing this. So really convenient, lovely couple in there running the show too, heaps nice. Mother Kitchen on Maitland Road in Mayfield, the lamb gyros, I'm going to give it a 7.3. That is a 7.3 for the lamb gyros from the Bain Marie. Chew on.
I did have to trim that chew down a fair bit. So my initial instinct when I got the lamb gyros, so Mother Kitchen, as I said, Maitland Road, Mayfield, is about 400 metres from Mayfield West, Charcoal Chicken.
Okay.
My initial instinct when I smelt that gyros, it smelt like Mayfield West. So potentially they're getting some offcuts from the May West guys. Not sure, boys. If you listen to the podcast, reach out. Would love to know. Very good. So, as I said, they had this Bain Marie there. They just had stuff there ready to go that I was like, what the fuck is this? They also had a fucking silky menu, like schnitty rolls, bacon and egg rolls. But I was in a bit of a rush, so I hit the Bain Marie. So, yeah, it was a weird one, like a gyros just there ready to go. He put on the sandwich press and spruced it up for me. Very tasty and a fucking real nice couple running the joint too. So, that's this week's chew, guys.
Due for a lower score.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, I can't just keep giving out nines.
You're eyeing Mayfield West again. You wanted another. You're going to rate him again.
I was having a cunt of a day too, and I was like, just up the road, I was like, I need fucking a treat, and a fucking half a chook from Mayfield West will sort me out. And I was like, no, I'll go to this.
I got a chew to do.
I got a chew to do. It's like work for me, Gabe.
Well, it is in a way.
It's fucking good work.
And those who have been watching the show, like I pointed out there, you kind of start to get, know your movements. You're a fucking pig. You like the
You called that straight away. You said huge bite, but I'm a fucking guts.
Yep.
But no head shake.
Yeah, the head shake's the tell, bro.
But that's an instinct. That's just like if it's good, I'm like.
That's what I was keeping an eye out for it because the last 2 weeks, the 3 weeks, the head's been going.
I nearly shook my head off the last couple of weeks.
You needed a neck brace.
Brent Tate neck brace after the head shake. But yeah, no net. You picked that up straight away, and obviously lower score. So anyway, that's this week's chew, guys. Enjoy. All right, guys, it's that time of the podcast where it just goes fucking completely off the rails because you fucking lunatics ring in and just tell us whatever you've been doing, who you've been doing, what you've been taking, what you've been drinking. It's time for this week's edition of Daily Blue Dial-Ins. Gabe, let's fucking go.
Bluey and Gabe, it's Bradley Bishop calling from the Sunday Service Podcast. Just catching up on last week's episode, and you're talking about animals fighting on drugs. What a topic. I've got 2 iconic ones for you. The Bundy bear fighting on methamphetamine against the stag from the Tuohy's brothers, and the stag's on PCP. Who wins this fight and why? They've both indulged in a little bit of their own secret sauce before shooting up their drug of choice.
Oh, well.
I want to know who your thoughts are. I think Bundy Bear with a little bit of rum and meth probably won't be stopped, but those horns on the stag could be fatal. And a rort that I've heard is a disgusting rort. It's a slimy rort. I want to get your opinion on it. People ticking the Indigenous box to receive free education and healthcare. Is that rort on, stealing from the man? Personally, I don't think it is, but I want to hear your boys' thoughts.
So first of all, thank you, Bradley. Bradley Bishop, Sunday Service Podcast. First of all, we'll go with the animal fighting scenario. It's got to be the Bundy bear.
If it's on the rumbos as well.
If it's rummed up, there's no stopping that bear.
Especially what's on meth too. What's PCP?
Is that like angel dust? I don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know, but it sounds bad.
All I know is the rumbos are probably enough for a fucking polar bear to get after a stag.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the Bundy bear. So that's and then the second one.
And as anticipated, Brad roared off.
Roared off. I'm going to say roared off on that one. Ticking the box if you're not a brother. That's just stolen valor.
Yeah, stolen
valor.
It's not yours for the taking.
That's not yours. Sorry, but yeah, Bradley, thank you very much, mate. Great call. That's the standard, guys.
Bluey, Gabo, how are you? I've got a rort for you. So years ago when I was 19, I used to work for this marketing company. It was being one of those annoying cunts in the middle of the shopping centre who try and stop you and sell you some bullshit charity.
Fuck sucks.
You come to realise that that's a bit of a fucking rort in itself because the charity gets fuck all of the money anyway. It all goes to the marketing company. But we used to sell these keychains and badges, like $25 each, and you'd sell them in packs. Anyway, like a lot of the time people would just say, oh no, keep the keychains and badges, I don't want it. So what we used to do is we used to sell them again and then keep 100% of that money. And because we're on commission only anyway, it'd be a good way to earn some extra cash. But yeah, what do you reckon about that one? Also, Gabe, you can fuck off. I wipe my ass like a real man straight from the front past the ball sack. So fuck you, mate. You're a weirdo.
Let's go. I didn't see that coming.
Wait, man, I've got an idea. We need to do an over/under on how many fuck offs I get.
Let's get a whiteboard right here and just keep a marker on you for the dial-ins.
The worst part about it is it encourages it now.
Yeah. Don't do it just because of the whiteboard. Do it.
But if I have a take, you can spray me for the take.
100%. Don't do it just to get a mark on the whiteboard. If it comes from in here, you can do it. But yeah,
we'll do a comparison, and I know I'll have more than yours.
I'm going to Officeworks this week to get a whiteboard.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
What was it? Oh, the rort. So I did actually know that. Yeah. So when those fucking pests at the supermarket, when they hit you up to donate to a charity, the marketing company actually get fucking like 95% of it. So if you donate $20, the charity gets like $2 and they get about $18. So that's fucking dog shit.
That's a rort.
Don't like that. Yeah, but is it a
bad
That's
rort.
just a fucking scam.
It's a scam.
That's a scam. Rort's a fucking.
No, I agree. I apologise to the listeners because I misspoke there. That's
a scam. I don't like that. And then, but what I do like is the selling of the keychains because from what I can gather, that money people think
it's been transactioned.
Yeah, it's been transactioned. Although
I think it's play on. I don't know if it's...
That does seem more victimless because the people didn't want the keychains. The keychains are now surplus stock.
Exactly.
So, and that money was only going to keychains, not the charity, but
look,
charity's a grey area.
Charity's a grey area. But what I will say about this guy is we all know it fucking sucks walking past these people.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it sucks more, but it probably is equally is you're looking for a gig and that's the only gig you've landed on. It sucks being them cunts as well.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there. They don't want to do that.
It's bad for everyone.
So he's got the short end of the stick and like, again, they're commission based. So I think that's where he gets a little bit of leniency.
I'm on with the keychain thing.
That's what I mean.
I'm bordering on raw on, but I need more information to fully sign off on that one.
How we doing, boys?
Good, mate.
Shane here.
Shane-o.
Couple of things. First off, how fucking good are the nights going at the moment?
Loving
Boys
it, to
are
be
on
honest.
absolute fire.
They are.
Not the YouTube.
And second, when you're starting a drinking session, do you have a song that you turn to pump yourselves up to get you started? I've got two. They're both by our new favourite band, Nickelback. Burn It to the Ground and Bottoms Up. Boys, if those two songs don't get you fired up to drinking, nothing ever will.
Good on you, Shane.
Have a good one, boys.
Good on you, Shane. I am so stoked with how many people we've liberated.
Mate.
People just coming forward in their droves saying they love the back.
Yeah. The world needed it, mate. They needed Daily Blue Weekly, if for nothing else, to liberate the Nickelback fans.
A song that comes to mind immediately that I wouldn't call it my go-to drinking song, but it's something that definitely I will turn to during a session just to pump the vibes up all night by Chance the Rapper.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but obviously
it is a drinking tune for sure.
Obviously, anything by Nickelback will get the blood pumping too. Don't get me wrong there.
Of course. I don't have one off the top of my head. Probably some old. Yeah, I like the Nickelback yarn. I like This isn't for drinking, but fuck, it's funny. I've been blasting the That's My Team, the NRL cover of What's My Scene.
Nice.
It's just been getting a run the last 2 weeks.
Great song. It was one of the great promos that the NRL came up with.
So maybe I'll give that a chance.
Guys, it's a Queensland doppelganger here. I'm just addressing you, mate. I don't want to talk to that cunt sitting across from you. I can't believe that bloke doesn't like pineapple cruisers.
Wait, that was
Bluey,
you.
I never thought I'd tee off on you, mate, but you've just fucking upset me. I just can't believe it. Up the pineapples.
We both would have got a stroke there.
That was a Queensland doppelganger there. This bloke reckons he looks just like me. Obviously, fucking handsome bastard. So yeah, I said the other week I'm not a fan of pineapple cruisers. I think they smell like vomit when you open them up, particularly if they're not cold. And not my first choice. If there's 10 flavors, they're not in my top 10.
Would you swallow it? Would you consume it? You would, right?
Yeah, I mean, fucking gun to me head, I'll drink it.
Of course, yeah.
You know, doppelganger. You've taken that one personally, mate. Lucky we look the same.
Lucky the board's not up yet. We would have been. Oh, I think I'd still have one up.
That is what we did when we did
Pandora's
say when we
box.
when we set up the dial in, we did say ring us with whatever you want if you want to spray us.
Hey, you can say good things too, guys.
They do. No, we get a lot of good stuff too, but mate, it's just for teeing off. If they want to tell us to fuck you, then that's what they can do.
Oh, fucking love it.
Hey boys, Sylvia here.
Sylvia?
I was just thinking about Gabe's issue with cheese, and it made me wonder.
Get off the fucking
about
vacuum.
Pizza. You don't eat pizza?
No.
Would you if you had cheese on something, would you pick it off, or is it like totally just a dud after?
We're sorry, listeners, for this in your fucking ears.
Cheese on it, or it's like I can't believe that someone wouldn't eat pizza. I think that's fucking disgusting.
I do eat pizza.
Also, Bluey, I want to know if you'll MC at my wedding. That's next month. And if the answer is yes, I will add that my wedding's with you, please. With beautiful Jessie disapproves. Gabe?
I'm second. We're both getting around.
First of all, Sylvia, I don't know if you were hoovering then.
She was, for sure.
stop what you're doing. If you're going to dial in, commit to the dial in. You only get a minute.
Yeah.
You've only got to put the Hoover down for a minute, then you can get straight back into it.
She was lost in her own world. I reckon she had the AirPods in. You ever do that when you're mowing or something? And she's just going, she's just completely forgot what she's doing.
That is insane that you hoovered the whole dial in.
That was so annoying. Sorry to everyone listening.
It was fucking mostly bullshit, but yeah, cheese, pizzas. Where do you stand on?
Pizzas where I cross the line.
That you're fine.
Yeah,
with cheese
I
on a
love it.
pizza.
I love a pizza.
What about a ham cheese toasty?
No cheese, thanks.
Just a ham toasty.
Ham tomato.
We're going into murky waters again here. What else did she ask? Can I MC a wedding if I marry her? I can't. I'm sorry. I'm taken. I appreciate the offer, but
also taken.
Obviously,
sorry, mate.
Obviously, 2 studs. So, yeah.
But you sound like you'd be handy around the house. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh fuck.
So, Gabe, Bluey, I was at a pool bar thing on the weekend, pissed as a fart, and a man that looked like he was a shaved bear that escaped the zoo decided to jump in and try and drown me in a case of mistaken identity. All got sorted in the end, and he bought me a pint, so all is fair. But yeah, the question is, if you end up in a scrap with a bloke that is considerably too large to fight, are you playing dead and hoping he leaves you alone, or are you getting involved and trying to do the best out of it?
If you are going to hit the dial-ins,
Go to a quiet fucking room.
Try and find somewhere quiet. If you are operating machinery, vacuum cleaners, lathes, fucking angle grinders, just turn them off while you're dialing in. Not too much to ask, guys. What was the question? So someone jumped on him in a pool. And there was a big,
someone else?
It was a big dude. It was mistaken identity. This guy jumped on him. And then the question was, if you get attacked by someone bigger than you, do you just play dead?
I think you play dirty is what you do.
Yeah, you gotta
go low.
Testicles, scratching, biting.
You don't go below. I'm not condoning going below the belt unless you're getting picked on. You know, unless you're well and truly out of your depth and it's not your fault.
But guys, I can't stress this enough. Please stop operating things while you dial in. It makes for. It's annoying for us. I can't imagine what the fucking audio listeners are thinking right now.
We're really sorry. That's 2 back to back. If the next one has something in it, we have to skip it.
We have to skip it.
Yeah. It's just like a chainsaw this time.
Hey, Bluey. Gabo. How you going, boys?
Brother.
Love the podcast.
Thank you.
Jacko from Queensland here.
Jacko.
Just calling in to let you know that curry pies are the fucking bomb. I love them.
Thank you.
And also, I don't know what you posh cunts down in fucking New South Wales are getting up to, but I can get a fucking big brekkie every cafe I go to up here, mate.
Must be nice.
Every cafe, I'm talking bacon, eggs how you want them, toast, mushies, smarties, fucking sausage, hash brown, and a little tip for the next one, boys. Add a bit of avocado and hollandaise on the side. It's fucking mint. Anyway, boys, keep it up. Love the podcast. Have a good one.
Thanks, Jacko.
Shot, Jacko. Sounds like a fucking man knows his way around a big brekkie. Nice little pro tip there too. Avo and hollandaise on the side. Might have to give it a bash. You're not a hollandaise guy?
Nah.
What? Not hollandaise?
No,
I'm not huge on hollandaise. I'm not huge on it. That's like eggs Benedict, isn't it? Like hollandaise on the Benny.
Oh, mate, do you want me to? Do I have to unlock something here?
What, you don't like eggs?
Yeah. No eggs for me.
No egg, no cheese.
The big ones are egg and cheese. They're the big ones.
So I didn't like eggs when I was 4, and then I was like, I'll try them. Oh, they're actually mad and they're good for you.
Bro, I just can't comprehend like what it is.
You are like, what do you eat for? Do you just eat dinosaur nuggets every night?
I'm actually decent, like stir fries, fucking shit like that. Bro, it's not like there's egg and cheese and everything.
No, I know, but they're like pretty stock standard.
I know. They're my big 2.
You are going to get annihilated next week.
I've fucking opened the door there. If I wasn't getting enough fuck yous, that now I'll be getting them next week.
You are going to get splattered next week.
So no egg and hollandaise for me, Jacko.
Bluey, Gabes.
Is this last week as well?
How we doing, boys? Gonna stay anonymous on this one. Just listening to the latest pod episode 7, and just going through the local news and talking about the old Tasmanian gird fucker. Well, have I got a fucking story for you, lads?
Oh, no.
What have you done?
Sparked a memory of mine. Fucking, I grew up remote northwest Queensland, fucking out little old Cloncurry, for anyone that might know where that is.
No idea.
And allegedly, one of the guys that was in a year or two above me got caught by his dad fucking a peck in a shed. Yeah, how's that for fucking desperate times out in remote northwest Queensland?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, at least we don't kiss our dads. Sure.
I mean, yeah,
a pig? Is that what he said?
I thought it was a goat or a sheep. Anyway, regardless, you can't fuck livestock.
No fucking livestock.
But thank you very much for that story. Regular call too.
Yeah, that's why I thought it might be last week. The sound is getting familiar.
Regular listeners of the show will know who that goat fucker was.
Bluey, Gabe. How you doing, boys? Gav from Penrith.
Gav.
Mate, just touching on a question you fellas had from Jacko about being a sit or stand wiper.
Let's go.
Mate, well, I'll tell you what, I'm team stand.
I knew he was going to stand.
Now, not only am I team stand, I'll fucking turn around and have a look at the cunt, admire your handiwork. Now, Bluey, major respect. Rubbing shit across your nuts, mate, that's a fucking good one. I had a good laugh when I heard that. Gabe, cunt, you fucking sit down to piss. Stand up like a real man, have a fucking look at it, and have some fucking cheese so you can have a look at that too. Have a good one, boys.
That's shit across your nuts.
That's a cracker. I fucking stand up and have a look at it. That is a great... Was that Jacko from Penrith?
Gav
from Penrith. That's a fucking belter, mate. Thank you very much.
Gav having a look at the dots a bit, fucking how you going. Holy...
Nah, I like it. You gotta respect your handy. I just texted him back when he said that and said, mad cunt. I know I say it every week. I fucking love the dial-ins.
Oh, mate.
It makes me so happy.
Breaks up our week so good, doesn't it?
Yeah. I will take this opportunity to apologise again. I missed some again this week, guys. Like, they're just...
all aren't going to get in.
The podcast is growing and we're very grateful for it. But one of the unfortunate side effects of growth is that I can't do every dial-in anymore. We were at the start and I did want to do every one, but I'm getting like 50 a week now and it's just not conducive. And they're not all good either. Sorry, guys. And that's not to say if your dial-in doesn't make it wasn't good. I'm also getting very sloppy with my recording of the dial-in, so I will take this opportunity to apologise. I do try my best to get to all of them, but I'm fucking retarded. So yeah, that was very good. Thank you, Jacko. Gav, sorry.
On a serious note, actually, have you ever seen your own dot?
You asked me if I've ever seen my own anus.
Yeah, because Gav's saying he's had a look, and I don't know the last time I've seen it.
He's talking about looking at his shit.
Oh,
he's talking about admiring his handiwork.
I was thinking because he's standing up, he just fucking like goes between the legs and has a look.
That's very funny. No, he's talking about looking at his shit, getting up, having a look at his handiwork, and then getting into wiping. I'm assuming he could be looking at. He could have a mirror in the bathroom. I'm not sure, but I think he's talking about looking at his poo after he does it. Anyway,
Gav, clear it up.
Gav, hit the dial-ins, clear it up, mate, because we got questions for you.
G'day lads, Webby here, and I am team Nutella nuts. And anything else feels like someone is doing it for you, and I don't know who the fuck stands up. That's just weird. That is weird. Agreed. What do you lean up against the door and then spread your ass cheeks? No, not a chance. Anyway, lads, love the potty. Also, Gabo, them hats, bro. What is the go with the dad hats and the stupid flat brim and the hat that's too small?
What do you want?
Man, I hate those hats so bad. Anyway, cheers, lads.
Nice, Webby.
It's fashion.
One of my fellow Nutella nuts.
It's fashion, man.
Yeah, it's just young guy fashion, Webby. I'm with you, brother. It's like corduroy pants.
I nearly put the cord pants on today too. They were just wet.
5-panel dads, just fucking cool young guys, mate. We don't get it.
You wouldn't, and you never will.
Bluey, mate, it's fucking happened again. And you too, Gabe. It's happened again. Old mate in the fucking Mazda, name and shame that bloke, carrying bar Bunnings, parking in the trailer park.
It's the same bloke.
Just a big rig. Telling the bobcat needs to get around.
I love this.
Regular listeners, this bloke didn't name himself, so he'll stay anonymous, but he's rang up a couple of times, blowing up Deluxe about Carrying Bar, which I think is near Cronulla, Casbar, at the Bunnings there. Someone not with a trailer, keeps parking in the trailer spot at his local Bunnings. He's fucking sent me a photo of the car.
That's so funny that it's. Oh, you should run the place. You know you can do that.
Yeah, you can see what kind of car it is.
Oh, I thought you could see who owned it.
No, you can see if it's registered or not. You can't see who owns it.
Okay.
But very, very funny. Very funny. And he's like, fucking happened again.
Yeah, it's so funny. Well, it must be someone who works there.
Bluey, mate.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Same
fucking
line.
happened again.
Yeah, I don't know if Bunnings staff generally seem pretty respectful of the rules.
That is true.
So I don't think they wouldn't shit where they eat, so to speak. But just fucking
Get out of the trailer park.
get out of the trailer park if you listen to this. And that goes for everyone else too.
G'day, gents. How you going? This came across me in the last few days, and I thought I'd ask you guys the same question. Your girlfriend and your mum switch bodies. You have to fuck one of them to change them back.
Yeah.
Who do you fuck?
This is one of the great women.
So it'd be interesting to see what you guys think of that. And Gabe, good luck getting your ass puss waxed.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of which, if the podcast gets to 1,000 5-star ratings, I'll be getting a little back and sack wax. So get rating.
If that sounds like something you want to see, give us 5 stars on Spotify.
Or wherever you listen.
Or wherever you listen to this podcast. All platforms. Yeah, what are you doing? Rooting your mum, rooting your missus. Obviously you got to have sex with your missus.
You got to root your girl's body.
Obviously you got to root your girl's body.
But then you're rooting your mum mentally.
But I mean...
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
No.
That's... And this bloke is a repeat offender with the fucked up questions too.
Yeah.
I like it. Keep them coming.
Fuck!
Bluey, Gabe, Cheese here.
Cheesy.
Dialing in with regards to foreskin storage. A few years ago on cricket trip, some local rando busted out the party tricks, and I shit you not, got 3/4 of his iPhone covered in foreskin. It was a foreskin phone case. Love your work. Peace.
Thank you, Cheese. That is pretty scary. So just for a bit of context, we had some callers dial in from Ibiza last week, and one of them had fit, I think, about 7 or 8 euros worth of shrapnel in his foreskin. So obviously Cheese then has the story. So what kind of iPhone are we talking? Because I'm running a 10 at the moment. I think that's...
He said about 1/4, right?
But yeah, but that's like... Is it an iPhone 7's like...
Still,
I mean, it's still fucking pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts.
That's a stretchy back. Nah, bro. And imagine like that just chilling.
Yeah, that's...
Imagine
whose phone was it? Imagine the phone afterwards.
Oh, yeah, bro, chuck us your phone real quick.
Oh, no.
Wraps a banger around it.
Fuck.
I do not want to stretch this thing out.
Fuck no.
Hey boys, just listened to the latest pod and I thought I'd give you a call up with my thoughts and opinions.
Thank you.
That's what you're here for.
The guy who called in about never seeing a baby crow, I haven't either.
Oh.
I've got a baby. He shits, spews, cries and pisses everywhere, but I've never seen him crow. The other caller about the dog situation, I think if it came down to it and it was life and death, I could beat off any dog. I've been beating myself off for a very long time now and got very good at it.
Love this guy.
If it came down to it, I think I'd get the job done.
Fuck it up.
And the last one was all the blokes ringing up butthurt about Gabe not liking cheese. Who cares? It just reminds me of this other situation where people just hated on something because it was the cool thing to do. And that was about hating the band Nickelback.
Oh, my man.
Wow. You blokes have turned into what you hate.
I would be getting
all right, boys. Thanks a lot. See ya.
That's a great call. So
What a man.
that is the same. I won't name him because he didn't name himself. But that is the same fella who gives us the fivers with the movie quotes.
I love this guy. He has great calls.
Great. And he actually...
And those jokes were fucking...
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. He's a good man, that man. I won't say what it is. But he also sent a $5 in for this week.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I'll keep it holstered for next week.
Okay.
Don't give us all the good stuff. But he had you back there big time.
If I'd be getting one off the board if we had the whiteboard up.
That's good shit.
Hey, Bluey, hang on. I'll redo that one. Who's your biggest idol in, like, dead or alive? Anyone. Can be anyone, dead or alive. Tell me why they're your biggest idol and what they've done to sort of, you know, shape who you are or, like, change your life a little bit. You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
No, I'm sitting right next to you. But don't be nervous, man.
That's a tough one. Biggest idol, dead or alive. I mean, you take, I don't know, for me personally, I wouldn't say one person, but like, I got a lot of really good like mates, like got some good like cousins, uncles. I try and take like fucking 5% from kind of everyone. I wouldn't say like there's one. I don't reckon there's one person that's ever stood out in my life, but like, I'm very fortunate. I've got like a lot of really good people around me. I have done for a long time in terms of like blokes I play footy with, coaches, family members.
What about young? When you were young, did you have someone you admired, looked up to?
Fuck, my cousin Alex.
Oh,
he listens to this too, but he was
really
like
sweet.
he was like my big brother. Well, only because we go away for they lived in Sydney, and we'd only see him a couple of times a year. But he was like an older brother.
The cool
cousin. We'd always run away and like just make sparkler bombs and shit. He's like he was the cool cousin, and he's a successful solicitor now too. So Alex, if you're listening, mate, you're the man.
That's sweet.
But I don't know. I've been very lucky. I've fucking always been surrounded by a lot of good men and women. So probably not one person in particular. What about you?
Well, mine's going to be way less sweet. I mean, when I was young, it was definitely Benji Marshall.
Yeah, nice.
But
that's cool as fuck. He's got a way better sidestep than my cousin Alex.
I love you, Dad. I'll say something cute too.
Nice. Nice. It's getting very soft in here. Let's more poo talk.
Any poo or cheese shit?
More poo talk, please. It's getting fucking weird in here.
Louis, Gabo,
Oi.
Dallas, from To The Point. Show us your cock. Louis, Gabe, come to think of it, show us yours too. Love you.
You know what I'd love? If people just started introing their things with Dallas to the point, love the body.
Everyone, every single person dials in. Dallas to the point podcast. I love the body.
Pod. Everyone just steals his identity. I almost thought that's what he was going for.
Oh, that's funny. Speak of the devil.
G'day, boys. Dallas to the Point podcast. Love the pod. First of all, Gabo, mate, you, for this month, I'm giving you homework. You need to go and watch every single good Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah.
And Ben Stiller.
Agreed.
That's fair.
I agree.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Meet the Fockers.
He was my favourite.
Dodgeball. You need to go watch them all. Also, Old School. Step Brothers. You need to know all these things, brother. So that's your homework for this month. Make sure you get it done. Now, Blue, you mentioned something last week on the pod tradie and the energy drinks. Mate, I'm basically the same. So obviously I've got a concrete pumping business. Shout out to TEM Concrete Pumping.
Shout out to TEM.
Mate, just wanted to bring the question to the table. Now, are you a Monster fan? Are you a Red Bull fan? Are you a V fan?
I do have
Are you a straight shooter with the full strength? Or are you a no shook? Boys, big questions. Let's go.
Let's go. Dallas Stone to the point podcast. TEM Concrete Pumping. The Don of the dial-ins.
The king.
He does not miss. This man does not miss. Every week he brings us these fucking head scratches with the energy drinks. I mocked them.
Yeah.
But now I find myself, when it's come time to do the podcast, I need a little boost. I am picking them up. I am going for the Monsters, and they're a sugar-free Monster.
Is it the white can?
The white can.
Everyone loves these white can Monsters, bro.
The idea, I mean, I'm sure it's not good for me, and I'm eating enough chocolate through the day as it is. The idea of drinking 500 mils of fucking whatever that is, plus the sugar, is just, I'm just like, so it makes me feel better, which I'm sure the marketing gurus at Monster knew exactly what they were doing. That's my choice, Gabe. What are you going for?
Little V's.
Fucking great. V's are nice.
V's probably my pick. It's something about it feels less gross than a Monster.
Same thing, the marketing people, the green label.
Yeah.
It's got the word guarana.
Their new flavours are pretty gross too. Not that I have heaps of them.
And Red Bull, the smell and taste of Red Bull obviously been ruined by vodka Red Bulls over the years.
Mixing it with your grog, it fucks you.
But Dallas to the point podcast, the Don of the dial-ins.
And what I will say is, early Adam Sandler, not that I could get many quotes out for you, but fucking oath, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, probably my favourite films of all time.
Good bit of homework for you there.
You're going to
be busy. No work this week. You're going to stay home and watch Sandler movies.
I'll invoice you, Dal.
Hey boys, don't fucking mind me. I'm just in the shower having a fucking good rubber-dub-dub. Just wanted to ask a few things. Well, one main thing. Big footy fan myself.
Thank you, brother.
Knights fan. Somehow. Still here. Existing. Fuck me. What are your thoughts? Can we make the grand final fucking, was it 22 years since the last one? we're playing pretty fucking good. The team is strong. I think if we stay fit, we're on our way. What are your thoughts there, Bluey? What are your thoughts there, Gabe?
Sick.
You go first, mate. What do you reckon?
Do I think they will? No.
Or can they?
Can they? It's a bit of living here. It's a little bit of hope. I think it's possible.
I listen to...
Not probable by any means.
I was listening to something Dan and Kemp. There's a good clip going around today. Dan and Kemp talking about Jackson Hastings, what he's done for the Knights the last sort of 6 or 7 weeks.
A fucking oath.
But then he was talking about... Because the Knights, they've had the fucking softest run in terms of like games they got to win to make the 8. They're going to play the Bulldogs twice, the Tigers. Is that the last round? I'm going.
Yeah.
We should go because I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can come. Definitely. But back to the thing at hand. I've already got distracted.
Yeah.
So Dan and Kemp was talking about the Knights. They do have a soft run in, but he talked about them. They got beat by Brisbane by 8 and Penrith beat them by 1.
That's right. They turned up against Penrith that time.
So...
And they're the two-gun teams.
Yeah, everyone's talking obviously about Brisbane and Penrith, so they've got kind of closer to them two than anyone. They're just so inconsistent, and I'm obviously a fucking jaded Knights supporter. I know how good, just as good as they can be on any given day, equally, if not more shit.
Bro, I have more hope for the Knights than any Knights supporter I know. And it's because I don't support them.
It's because you're not.
Yous are all like,
They haven't hurt you, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They've hurt us.
I've been talking them up to a couple of boys at work, and they're just like, oh,
but they are looking good, and they have caught fire, which is like there's a lot. We're close to semis, and like semi-final footy's fucking anyone. Once you're there, it's anyone's game. So fuck, can they go all the way to a grand final? Fuck, I don't think so. But fuck, mate, if they do, you watch me.
City will be the light.
Everything I've said about them up to this point on the podcast is going to be wiped from the internet, and I'll just be bandwagoning hard. But I would love to see it, mate. I'd love to see it, but I've been hurt too many times.
G'day, boys. G-Dog up here in Brisbane.
G-Dog.
Getting out of the bath. A few sausage rolls and rumbos.
Oh, yeah.
Broncos. Quick story. Years and years ago, 10, 12 years, hanging out in Los Angeles.
LA.
Find out about a concert. 4 bands show up.
I like where this is going.
Missus wants to go. We got a bit of Hinder.
Ooh.
Bit of Saving Abel. Bit of Papa Roach.
Ooh.
Fuck, did they rock. And in this big amphitheatre. Anyway... It's night time, 4th band's about to come on, goes pitch black. Then fucking bang, 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 bang. It's like, fuck, I was at a high school shooting or something. But no, fucking fireworks, flames coming out the side of the fucking drum kit. And who's there in the middle? The Paddle Pop Lion, and boom. Fuck yeah. Nickelback, bring it on.
So shout out G-Dog.
He does look like the Paddle Pop Line.
Yeah, that's an old one. The Chatty Croakers, the Paddle Pop Line.
Yeah.
That's shout out G-Dog. He put a belter photo in the newsroom this week. He was having a bath. He had one of those things that goes across the bath that you can put shit on.
The girls normally get them for the aesthetic photos, got their soaps and that on them.
He had his laptop with the footy on. He had a couple of sausage rolls with a bit of sauce, and he had himself a bottle of Kraken rum and a nice glass of rum and Coke. And I
got a little eggplant emoji over the old young fella.
He had his stick out as well, but he censored that for us. And he said he had a bit of Nickelback on in the background too, which just sounded sensational.
Yeah.
Great story. I told you, so he saw Nickelback at the LA Coliseum or whatever it was. I saw him at the Entertainment Centre here years ago. They're going to be touring next year. We are, without a doubt, if Nickelback come to Australia, which I think they are, someone was saying in the newsroom they're going to be here mid or late next year.
We don't have a choice but to vlog that.
We have to go.
Yeah.
We have to go.
Bro, we'll sneak backstage. We'll do something scary.
Sneak, mate. We'll just fucking buy a backstage pass. Imagine meeting. We'll go and meet. We'll buy the backstage pass and go and meet fucking Chad Croker.
Mate, you wouldn't believe what we've done for your band.
Oh.
He'll be wanting to meet us.
Yeah.
What do you make of the grown man baths?
I mean,
this is an opener.
King's got to treat himself.
Oh, I agree.
I'm not a bath guy personally. I haven't had a bath for a long time, but
10 years.
Yeah, but a fella I used to live with religiously before he played footy, he'd have a Radox bath to like loosen off. So he'd have a real hot bath and then a stretch. So I haven't had a bath for a long time. long time. What about you?
Yeah, me either. But I'm not going to knock a man for having a bath.
I tell you what, when I saw that, when
baths?
when I saw G-Dog's setup, I was like, fuck, that looks fucking pretty nice.
Yeah, looks good, eh?
So it could be on the horizon. Let's not rule out the tub.
I'd be too clumsy. I'd knock the lappy.
Yeah, fucking oath. Like, you get pastry all in it. I'd fuck it right up.
Hey boys, just quickly wanted to say a bit of an apology for last week's message. Obviously, couldn't really understand what the fuck I was trying to say. I mean, that happens. I was obviously having a pretty good time, but just wanted to get your thoughts on costume dress-up parties. Currently on the way to one now, and I've had to tack an hour onto my trip just to pick up a fucking costume. Fuck that. It's Saturday. I want to get on the beers.
I'm a huge fan of costume parties.
Same, bro. Huge play on, I reckon.
I think the people... Well, he said he's not. He said he didn't like it because it tacked an hour onto his trip.
Be prepared, cunt.
Yeah, that's your fault for not getting organised, cunt. Get it through the week and then get into it and go to the party. It's not hard. Huge fan. I think the more you commit to them, the better. I think people at the party that don't commit are fucking sour. Boring. I think the more... Like, mate,
You're not... Like, I haven't been to a lot of dress-up parties, but if I did... I'd want to go in because, like, you're too
cool to dress up.
Just have fun.
We had a really when I used to work at the radio station, they had really good Christmas parties, and the general manager, who was a big dog, and the theme was Las Vegas. And the GM, who was like a big dog, he was a pretty serious guy. He was like fun and that, but he was pretty serious.
I've got to guess.
He came in the most insane. He dressed as a playing card. But he was like, had the face paint.
Wow.
Like the big card cut it, like fully committed to it. It was fucking awesome.
That's mad.
And then everyone was like, fuck yeah, this is mad. So I love it.
I was going to guess Elvis. That's way more creative.
Nah, so he was creative and
what
he
did
did
you
it really. Me and my partner went as a lion and a lion tamer.
Nice.
So I wore a lion costume and she was a lion tamer.
Yeah. That'd been a fun night.
Yeah, it was fucking great. It was very fun. But I'm costume parties, mate, all for it.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Gabe, Bluey.
Right.
Sup, cunts. Point of my call today is to let you know that I'm about as busted as Elton's John's arsehole. Feeling no good. But it's alright because I experienced two of the best types of drunk last night.
Ooh.
And they are drunk when you're not expecting to get drunk and drunk with your parents.
Ooh.
So, first of all, pub was closing, and then all of a sudden we're invited up to someone's room and there's fucking cards of Coronas, there is vodka and orange juice, shit's going hectic. Best part was it was a family reunion, so the average age was 65 and I was the only one of the young generation. So yeah, I just wanted to see if you boys had any good stories of getting on the piss with your oldies. And also, Gabe, fucking learn your geography. Down to Sydney, up to Taree, out to Tamworth, into your mum.
Shut up.
I don't know if getting drunk with your parents is the best one, but I do appreciate getting drunk when you're
keen.
When it's not expected.
Oh, I thought he said he was anticipating it.
I think he said wasn't. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe
I agree with you. But a surprise drunk is great.
The best when you like. Oh, well, this is a session. I'm gonna leave the car here.
I've had 3.
Oh, I can't drive now. I better fucking get fucked up. Yeah. No, that is without a doubt. That's right up there. Like a nice impulsive drinking session. Well and truly up there.
My drinking with the old man, it's normally good yards.
Yeah, just poke along.
A little bit of like a D&M kind of thing with
that's
my
nice.
old man.
That's quality. That's good shit.
I have a mate, I won't say his name, but like his dad's a loose unit. Like he's told me some fucking yarns about him going out with his dad and he's walking home and his dad's shitting in bushes and that. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, but how does he wipe?
Yeah.
That's the crucial issue here.
I have to follow up.
The fucking dial-ins. Fuck.
Blue Man and the Gay Boy. The bald eagle returns after a week off.
Yeah, the eagle.
Bald eagle.
Been deep in tax mode, rorting the government. And I thought, as a symbol of freedom that I am, I should share the tips and tricks that helped me shaft the ATO yet again this year.
Yeah, the eagle.
This is actually good.
If anyone's interested, I'll send through a doc to Bluey about some legal tax rights that we can pay, maybe share on the Facebook page.
Ooh.
Obviously, I need to maintain anonymity, otherwise I'll be the next Julian Assange, probably. Also,
Actually.
As a retired drummer, Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Dead intro, Dave Grohl, get horny about it. Wrought on cunnies.
Let's go, the Eagle. So the Eagle is offering us, I'm going to say borderline illegal tax advice. Probably going to be posted in the newsroom.
Well,
so if that doesn't get you in the newsroom, nothing will.
So I'll tell you. So
and then we're all going down for tax evasion.
I don't know if the bald eagle's in there. I assume he is.
Eagle's in there. Eagle's in
At
there.
the top, mate. You can post.
You can post
and you can
anonymously.
choose to post anonymously. So if you want to, I don't want to incriminate myself, but
Nah, and if shit hits the fan, I'll be throwing Gabe and every one of you straight under the bus. Even though I'm the admin.
Roared on, bald eagle.
Roared on, Eagle, you fucking legend. Guys, that was the last dial-in.
Oh, we've done it.
We've done it. We've done nearly 2 hours again, Gabe.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. Guys, I don't want to fucking... And again, sometimes I walk in here, I feel a little bit flat. We get to the end of the episode. We've done 2 hours. It's fucking gold again. You're fucking welcome. You're welcome.
Simple as that.
Not a lot of news this week, but there was a lot of shit talk. I think what we lacked
let's be real. That's what you're here for.
What we lacked in news this week, we made up for in complete and utter garbage that came out of our mouths. Thank you very much, everyone that hit the dial-ins. I know I already said it. It's getting big, and I can't get to them all. So forgive me if you did send it in and I didn't get to it.
But keep them coming.
It doesn't mean it was shit. It means I'm a fucking idiot and I'm poor at admin. Please keep sending them in because we fucking have a very, very good giggle at them. Please stop operating tools and shit when you're sending them in. Please try your best not to be hoovering or angle grinding or sanding or anything. Just stop what you're doing, send your dial in, and then continue on what you were doing. That's all I've got to say this week, Gabe. You got anything you want to finish the podcast with?
Thanks for fucking listening. Hey, if you somehow found this without following the Instagram, follow Daily Blue News on Instagram. Rate the podcast 5 stars. I'll be getting a wax if we get to 1,000.
Yeah, keep telling your mates too because the number, it's popping. You guys are fucking, yeah. And
if you've had a laugh, tell a fucking friend.
That's all we ask. Hey, the podcast's free. All it costs is a share. And it doesn't even cost that. If you don't like it, just keep listening for free. Guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Even if you don't like it, we'll be back next week with more. So
see yous.